Okay, so we're going to do a brow tutorial. Basically, this is the way that I've been doing my eyebrows lately. You guys requested this because on Instagram, and if you're not following me, I'll put that down below so you guys can check that out and follow for pictures and, you know, things like that. But anyway, I posted a picture and I was like, shout out to my brows today, though. And quite a few people were like, oh my god, they really do look really nice. Some people were like, tutorial, please, like, you know. So I said, okay, let me just give you guys this tutorial because this is how I've been doing my brows lately, and you guys seem to have been commenting a lot on my brows. So I decided to just do another video on it. And this is just kind of updated. I use completely different products than what I used in my last video, I think. So yeah, but I use 3 brushes. I use 2 angled brushes and a brow combing brush. This is from e.l.f. This is a kind of an Eco Tools. This is an Eco Tools angle brush, and it's kind of bigger than this one, if you can see. So I use this one to sculpt my brows, like doing with the concealer, and I use this one to fill in my brows with the powder. So yeah, I also use, the powders I use rather are from the Party Girl Palette from Cosmetics, and it's just these 2 browns right here. They're awesome. Cosmetics makes the best matte brown eyeshadows, and like matte, like true matte brown. They don't have like a reddish undertone to it. So I love that. I also use a primer from Urban Decay. I use a Wet n Wild brow pencil in brown. It's like 80 cents. And then I have a deep potted Studio Sculpt from MAC in NW45, and that's my skin tone. So I use my skin tone because I really don't care to have a highlight under my brows. So yeah, so just to get started, we're going to take the primer, and I use a primer because for one, it definitely helps them last a lot longer throughout the day. And also with that Wet n Wild pencil, it can be kind of oily. This kind of helps control the oil and make sure that it's smudge proof. So this is what I use, and I just kind of pat it into my brow to kind of prime the hairs and get it nice and ready for applying the products to it. And then I also just forgot, I use also, if I can even find it, I also use a brow gel that I currently cannot find. I don't know where it went. Okay. I don't know. But normally I use, oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. I use a brow gel also from Essence to set my brows. So, yeah. So, primer's on. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my brow pencil and form my arch. Well, actually, no. I take this first, and then I kind of brush my brows into place. And I brush mine going upward so I can see my arch. And then I just kind of take the brush and run it along the top and sides to kind of lay the hairs down. So yeah, taking this pencil, I'm going to start from the middle. I always start from the middle of my brows. Some people start from the beginning. Some people, you know, it's just your personal preference. For me, starting in the middle is the easiest because the middle of my brow is the darkest, and it kind of just helps me make sure I make my, you know, the fading effect correctly. So I just kind of take my pencil very, 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 very lightly. This pencil is very pigmented. And not only is it very pigmented, it's very soft. It's a soft lead pencil. So, you know, if I was to do like a very light stroke like that, it puts color there. But if I was to like press, it would be completely too dark. So don't want to do that. So do it very, very lightly. And you can see it kind of forms a shape. And then I kind of just very lightly, barely even touching the brow hairs, I just start going to the front. And now you can see the shape of my eyebrow. And then what I do is I go along the top. I don't bring it all the way to the front. I kind of stop it right there. And then I just kind of make my arched brow like that. So just like that, right? And then I very lightly do a few little fake hairs in the front like that. And I take the brush, and I just kind of brushed up in the front just to kind of create that look up there. You know, the look I'm talking about. I just kind of brush up. Okay. So the next thing I do is I will take the Party Girl palette, and I'll take the darkest brown, which is this one, and my angled brush. And I use 2 different browns to kind of make sure I get in my fading effect. And this also sets the pencil, because the pencil, you know, using the pencil alone I wouldn't suggest, because it is kind of oily. It is kind of slick and oily, so I wouldn't really recommend using it by itself. But with powders, it looks really good. So you can see filling it in, it just looks really, really nice and defined. I do my eyebrows pretty dark because if I use lighter browns, it kind of looks like they're really fake, and you can tell they're drawn on. Then I just take the side of the brush going into the lighter brown here, and I lay the brush, instead of like dabbing it in, I lay it flat on the side, so it's like that. And then I just kind of do the front end of my brow like that. So yeah, like that. Then taking my Studio Sculpt and the Eco Tools pencil, I just pick up some concealer, and again I use my skin tone color because I really don't like the highlight effect. If I'm going for a really over the top look, then I will use my Studio Finish in NW40, which is a shade lighter, so you can see the difference in the shades, like a shade lighter, so you can see the difference. But yeah, and using this one, it allows me to, because sometimes I'll do my eyebrows but I won't do nothing else to my face, so this helps. So I'm just going to take the concealer and sculpt out my brow to the desired look that I want it. Blend downward, and I try to get most of the concealer off the brush in this area, and then whatever's left I'll take and run towards the front, because I don't want mine to be too boxy either. I'm not a huge fan of the box brows, so just like that. Okay, and then yeah, as you can see, like, it blends in perfectly. I just take my finger and I just kind of blend it down and out just to make sure that it's fully blended out. I take my finger up in the front of my brow just to kind of straighten it out, and I also take it across the top. So whatever's left over on my finger is what I take across the top. So yeah, that is how I do my brows. Like that, very nice and defined. It looks really natural once, you know, the other side's done. But yeah, looks really good. And that's how I've been doing my brows lately. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys get it. Yeah, doing your brows just takes a lot of practice. You just have to really practice with them and play with them and just, you know, do whatever is working for you, finding out what works for you, finding the right products for you to use and things like that. And once you kind of get the hang of it, you kind of get it, you know. Brows is just an art. It's, you know, just like everything else with makeup. You just have to practice. And it took a long time for me to be able to make a brow that I was really satisfied with. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. And then I would just normally just do the other side. And yeah, so again, I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully it wasn't too long and it was very detailed. So if you do have any questions, go ahead and leave it down below in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.